Well, hello. Welcome to the live stream with a different microphone. I'm gonna post real quick while I'm waiting for a handful of people to show up. I'm gonna post it in Discord. There we go. It's up on the Discord. It's on the internet. Yeah. I guess you can't see what's going on yet, cause I am still on the BRB screen. Give me a sec, or the starting screen. So streaming VR games is an absolute nightmare. I'll tell you that much. Like just setting this up. I've had this set up for uh probably a month and a half by now, and I have just been scared to actually, like attempt it because I know something's going to go wrong. Also the fact that I can't give me a sec. I got to get some liquid in my system. Just the fact that I can't see anything going on outside of me. And the fact that my internet's been dropping every 10 seconds recently. I don't know why that is, but it's been happening. Let me see if this ends up working. I don't know if... So I can do this. I can leave the camera on. I'm going to actually make this smaller. There we go. So you can like kind of see what's in my room, but not really. See my giant speakers. So here's a room that I actually built in VR. Just like a single room with some game panels. Good stuff. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna, since nobody's here yet and it'll take me forever to actually get into VR, I'm gonna start getting into it now. Let's put on the headset. I mean, the headset's been on my forehead, but like actually put it on my eyes. I can read chat if I flip my controller over like this. BB Big Daddy, how's it going? Partying down in Party Town. That's how it be, how it is, how it do. Okay, what else? Damn it. I dropped the controller and it stopped tracking. Okay. So yeah, the hardest part about streaming in VR, I believe, is going to be, first of all, reading chat. But I already have that fixed, so I can, like, it's on the back of my controller, just turn my controller around. There's chat, good enough. Next is going to be, hard part is going to be actually, like, knowing what is happening on my computer, because I can't do that unless I go into a home page and then desktop. And what the heck, it's only coming out of one ear? Are you kidding me? No, it's coming out of both ears. Okay. And I gotta find my SkyVRim launcher. This is an absolute, like, hellscape to look at, by the way. So I'm gonna be playing SkyVRim VR. Oh no. I lost it. I lost it. There it is. Okay, there's a big run button that I can hit from inside VR. Please work. I don't know what that error says. Oh, no, it didn't say anything. Okay. Here we go. We're going in. Oh, geez. Bethesda, welcome. There's the big ass orc dude. He's actually kind of small when I'm looking at him. Okay, so here we go. Press any button, and you're in the menu. So I'm going to be starting, obviously, a new mods are loaded. So achievements are disabled. Yes. Don't care. So I can't actually tell right now how many people are watching. I can, however, see the chat, and that's basically it. I can actually click on this. Jesus. SkyVRim VR is also an absolute is a nightmare to play. Just the locomotion is kind of trash, and it starts you off in a moving carriage. So in VR, how nice is that? I also want to every once in a while go in and check how many people are watching. 3 people, no chat, but that's fine. Touch the face. Just stare at chat for a while, and while this cutscene is happening. Shut up. Open settings. What? Whoa, I forgot about this. I've played through this game so many times that this intro, I could probably repeat every line of this intro. Same thing with the Half-Life 2 G-Man speech. Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Where is everyone who's supposed to be chatting? They're not here. And he's really quiet. I try to look at my watch in real life, but it's not there. Oh wait, right. You can see my watch. If I hold it here, you can kind of see it out of the camera, I believe. Once was a maid who wanted a raise. She told the housekeeper she wanted one and replied, "What makes you think you deserve one?" The maid said, "To be continued." What? Explain. Shut up. So I think this game runs at a weird physics pace because the whole thing runs in 90 frames a second. What is this chat message? Explain, BB Big Daddy. There once was a maid. Explain yourself. Okay, I thought she just phased. She just about phased through the carriage. That was cool. Oh, good animation. Why you gonna get killed because you're facing the wrong way, dude? Hello? Also, I feel way too tall in this game right now. Everyone's 5 inches shorter than me. Can I adjust that? I can adjust my my height, right? Oh god, I hate the menus in this. Settings. Oh. VR. I keep hitting the trackpad. Okay. Height I can make go lower. So I think that's, yeah, that feels better. You get a good scale of how big this game is. Okay, hold on. Maid says, first of all, I'm better at cooking than you. The housekeeper says, who told you so? The maid says, your husband did. There's gonna be a punchline at some point. Wow. Okay, I don't know what race to be. Like the actual appearance doesn't matter because you never see yourself because you're in VR. So I might be an Argonian just to be a lizard. I wish to re. That's a joke stolen from Vine Sauce. There you go. Argonian might as well be female. Why not? How do I freaking? Here we go. Race, body, sex is going to be a woman, a female Argonian. No, that's a bad idea. Let's be a regular male ass Argonian, and finish because I don't care. And we're gonna name him, of course. Toast the second. Because I already had Toast the first. The lizard hands. Oh. Whoa. I had a controller show up. Oh, my hands are bound, but I can still, separate them. So I have to role play. I have to be like this the whole time. I can't read chat if I do that unless I turn the controller. Teresa Johnson, how's it going? My hands are bound. I can't move them. I had to adjust my earbud. Don't worry about it. I have a mouse cursor in this. This is crazy. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna get executed real quick. Die. Yeah. Goodbye. How's the audio? I don't actually know because I'm using the Vive mic. Where the heck's the dragon? I like heard it from this side ear, but not this side ear. I don't even know what. Oh, here we go. You ready for this? You crouch down, and then it crouches you down in the game, and then you can go under the map. Whoa! But there's a Dargon. Hello. I am a lizard man like you. Do not hurt me. It's fine. Okay. I'm not reading your freaking long joke, dude. I'm being attacked by a dragon right now. You can't. Jeez. Yes, time to leave. She dead. Okay, I'm gonna speedrun this section real quick. Just walk by the dragon. You don't get a scale of how big the dragons are in this until you play it in VR. Same thing with the Elite Dangerous. Oh geez. Hello, large lizard man. I can like run by turning my head. So if you get motion sick, I'm sorry. Okay, which way is it? Which one's Imperial and which one's Stormcloak? Because I want to be. I'm feeling liberal today, so I'm gonna go with the Imperials. I believe. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ah, God. Wait. Sounds of Skyrim. What? Okay. Alrighty. No mods. Ah. Okay. Unbind me, fish. How many people are watching? I can't even see. 3? That's fine. Oh, this man's taller than me. I kind of don't like that. I'm not used to people being taller than me. Yes, please, please unbind. Yeah. And iron. Oh wait, this is Stormcloak. Oh, I thought I went with the Imperial dude. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Uh, what's the okay items? Okay, cool. I have the Skyrim freaking better menus. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. And this guy, I guess he's like Norse or Nordic or whatever, but I can adjust my height in game. So here we go. Settings, VR, height. I can just put up like, no, that's too high. Uh, whoa, what happened? I can't like turn around and look at my. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's less intimidating now. I'm not like intimidated by freaking NPCs. Yeah. So I'm gonna be clearing my throat this whole stream. 5-4. I'm not reading your freaking huge joke. There it is for anyone who like cares for the VOD. I mean, it's saved into the VOD, but whatever. Time to ask you a question. Oh, and I need magic. Hold on, I need some magic. Magic, flames. I don't remember the button for the shout, so I'll just equip that in case. Flames on left. Yay. And this is good gameplay. You just wiggle the axe around until he dies. Yeah. Good shit. Can I not leave? Ah, I cannot. 5-4. But how old are you? That's the question. What the heck does this do? Nothing? Can't even use it? Oh yeah, I can also gravity gun like items and make them float and throw. Anything good? Imperial armor. I'm just gonna equip everything. have like full Imperial armor on that I can't see because it doesn't work. Oh boy. Ah, that's the button. So what does this do? Oh, I have like armor. Okay. I am not Stormcloak. I'm wearing your armor. Goodbye. Wow. Okay, that feels good. Why does the gay flag have straight lines? Ooh. Huh? I want the mana. I'll take the mana. Oh, jeez. And health, of course. And open the barrel. Potion of healing. Of course, don't use them. I need to figure out. Open. Whoa, I had my border. My border shows up when I get too close to it. If you don't know how VR works, when you get close, it's like, here's the play area. Do not go outside this border. Kind of. It's a torture room. Ah. Okay, speed run this section. I mean, I can, like, use lockpicks. I don't have any lockpicks, though. Lockpick 12 added. Okay, let's unlock this. I don't remember how to do this. Oh, wait, it's like really easy because it like the controller clicks. No? Okay, there we go. No. Okay, yeah, the controller does click when you get to the certain spot that you need. Neato. Lost, how's it going? Watch this. Woo, floating gold piece. Fancy. Oh, I want that. I think I'm just gonna do. Hold on. Ah. And do I want the. I kind of want all of this, Make the guy nude. Get banned from YouTube. Oh, wait. You just want to know why I like My Little Pony? Because I like cartoons and it's a cartoon. That's literally the best reason I can give you. Like, there's no reason why I'd like it more than other cartoons. It's just a cartoon. Time to burn. Time to burn. Goodbye. Stop walking at me, dude. You're gonna die. Merci beaucoup. Oh, I got hit by something. Is it just this guy? Who the heck? Oh, you're here. That does way too much damage just by swinging your axe side to side. I'm judging you. I judge everyone too. Judge not lest ye be judged. I think that's like a Bible quote or something. Look at this combat, dude. This is intense. This is like some high end. This is like next level Mortal Kombat like button combos. Best combo is just swing axe like this. I bet I can beat I was gonna say Mjolnir. I bet I could beat Alduin doing that with like a freaking shitty iron axe like this one. Oh, I should have got the bow. I'm a dumbass. Wait. I think water is wet. I believe so. If wet is defined by water, then yes, water is wet. I know how stamina works. Oh, and you see like a close up of me blowing my nose. How does the hold on. How does this camera? Is that camera too small? Hold on, you wanna see me blow my nose? You wanna hear me blowing my nose because I'm too lazy to mute my mic right now? Listen to this garbage. Fantastic. Oh god. I am not a flat earther. Flat earthers are dumb. Okay, back to virtual reality. Oh, which way was I going? This way? Okay. God. Okay, shut. Oh, I like crouched. Goodbye. I like the health bars over enemies. It's really cool. I don't care about frostbite venom. Too many eyes, you got nothing to say about their legs. I have a friend who's a flat earther, and he's actually a mod. I don't know if he's still a flat earther, but I remember him saying, I don't know if he was saying it ironically or what, but like, I was kind of upset to learn that. There's a bear. I'm gonna sneak up on it. Let's do it. Let's read chat while I'm sneaking. Hello, bear. You will die before I do. One-handed increase to 20. Okay, time to level up, obviously. That's the wrong menu. Level up, what do I want to level up? I'm gonna do health, as always. And then, yeah, I want to be a freaking illusionist. Nah, that's a terrible idea. I want to level up conjuration, because I want to use bound weapons. I keep looking at I have my watch on, and I can't see it through the headset. I'm an artard. Exit. Yes, welcome. Okay. There's a... Whoa! I love the feeling of clearing out my nose. I do not like the sound of it. It is not a good sound. I don't like listening to other people, like, blowing their nose. I was at a friend's birthday party sleepover when I was, like, 10. And he had allergies and he didn't have his allergy medication. And he, like, the whole night he was just blowing his nose. I told him to stop because I, like, couldn't sleep. Or, like, go into a different room to do it. I may be an asshole, but I'm a reasonable asshole. Oh, a fox. Time to burn. Burn. He dead. Do I get fox pelt? Fox pelt. Not even worth grabbing. Even this early in the game, it's not even worth grabbing. I'm just gonna walk off the cliff here onto Wow, that killed me. Did that kill me? No, it didn't. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do Warrior Stone, Mage Stone. Here we go. Putting this away because I'm like gonna hit someone with it. Can I heal? Can I wait here? Oh, I can wait. Let's wait to get my health back. Okay, there we go. I'm like physically turning around in my space. I can turn around as many times as I want as long as my cord doesn't get tangled. So, that being said, I'm going to untangle my cord. So, and able to send cat pics. You can, but I'm not going to be able to see them on stream because, you know, I'm in virtual reality right now, as you can tell by my lizard hand and the chat box floating on my knuckles. Paint in your hair. Maybe you shouldn't have your hair grown out too long. That being said, I really need a haircut. You can see what I'm seeing, or not what I'm seeing, but like you can see out of my face. Hello? Excuse me. Can you not? Wolves? Can you not? No, don't wait. Put the weapon away. Wolf pelt. Not worth it. Okay. Let's go to Riverwood. Actually, hold on. Important. Important. No, wrong button. I need to learn the buttons. Okay, here we go. This is the map. That's not what I want. Where can I can like fast travel back to Helgen? Are you joking me? Do I want to go like straight to like Solitude or something? Because I want to be Imperial for some reason this time. Let's just have a nice little walk to Solitude, and then we'll go to Whiterun. I won't be attacked by dragons on the way there because dragons don't show up until you do a certain amount of quests. I'm not gonna care about like potion ingredients and stuff either. Like those mushrooms over there, ignored. I like how I can point. This is actually really cool. Like being able to like in a game to like look at that thing, look at that like the wood pile, look at that chicken on the there's no chicken, but there is a chicken. There it is. Hello chicken. Let's get it real close. Let's get our face into the no, it teleports you backwards. Never mind. Like you can't walk into NPCs because it just he just walks away. Never mind. Let's have a like I said, let's have a little walk to Solitude. Look at that bird. I think you can shoot it down, but I don't have a bow and arrow right now. Read chat. If you could be remembered by a quote, what would that quote be? I'm not gonna say it now because oh shit. Look at how big this thing is. It's gigantic. B. I want it. Gimme. I killed it. And it is in my inventory if you want to see it. Items where the heck B? There it is. Look how freaking big it is. I want to eat it. Can I eat it? Restore stamina discovered from B. Solitude is that way. Signs are actually useful in VR. It's pretty cool. I know Skyrim like the back of my hand. Not really. Wait. Shit. That's not my hand. Okay. So I guess I can't look at the map of Skyrim on the back of my hand because I can't actually see. Excuse me. No, do not. Go away. Would you believe me if I said I had a map of an entire map of the entirety of Skyrim uh, tattooed to the back of my hand? I doubt it. I doubt anyone would believe that. Oh yeah, standing for this long on like my frickin' I have carpet on this floor, but like immediately beneath it is cement. Like there's no there's no like cushioning beneath the carpet, so it's just cement. So it's really hard on your feet, you know, on your knees. I don't know what that black spot is up there. Do you see that? No, it's gone. It's a giant. Just that's a redundant. No, I still see it. What the hell is that? You see it too, right? Like it'll show up, like right. Show up again. There it is. Right there. Right there. Right there. What is that? I'm gonna go towards it. Even though I'm going to solitude, I'm gonna go towards the giant spot that keeps appearing. And I don't know what happened to it. There's this big spot there. I don't see it. Oh jeez. That was bizarre. I stepped on like a skeleton. Also this hold on. This is giving me a headache. That's the problem. Another problem with VR streams is I get a headache from wearing this thing for hours and then trying to talk with it on. Okay, read chat. Nothing happening in chat. Cool. Butterfly. Oh wait, should I just take the? Oh, I don't have enough money for it. Whatever. Oh, I forgot to like actually discover Whiterun real quick, or at least Whiterun stables. Look at that castle. Jeez. Like you can't experience what I'm experiencing right now, where you're able to like see, like look up and see the actual scale of the mountain. Okay, Whiterun stables discovered. There we go. And now we continue on to what is that? You see it too, right? I'm not just going insane. Is that like a fire? Like smoke above a campfire? There's another one. What the H? I'm going crazy. I'm gonna get near it. It's probably like, yeah, that's. What? No, it's not even above the fire. What is that? It's like an anomaly. The hell? I'm gonna get right below it and see what the heck is actually below it. What? Oh, is it like going. Wait, do it again. No, it's not gonna do it when I'm this close, is it? It's some kind of like level. Oh, there it is. Oh. But what is it? I don't even know. I don't care anymore. Time to go to solitude. I don't understand. I'm just gonna be seeing that. I've never noticed that before. I don't know if it's like a mod that I have or what. Also, these colors. I think I have a. Hello? Oh, there's a freaking rat. No. No chat. Nothing's happening in chat. No freaking wolves everywhere. Yes. No, wrong button. Okay. I think solitude is I have to go through that mountain chasm, right? Hello, Mr. Giant in the distance. I'm just gonna walk past him. He's not gonna aggro because giants are kind of cool. If I attack his cow, then yeah. That's a freaking... Okay, I thought that was like a mountain lion. It's just a moose. It's fine. Hello, chat. What did everyone have for breakfast? Just to get chat going again. What did everyone have for breakfast? I did not have breakfast today. I'm sorry to say, but it's the truth. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is I did not have breakfast. I'm sorry to let you all down. These giant butterflies the size of my head. This game was not scaled for VR, but it does have... Oh, my cabbages! My cabbage cart. I'm gonna take them for something to eat later. Is it a random encounter like a... I'm also gonna make sure a weapon is out when I... Oh, that's a... Okay, I thought that was like a person, but it was just a moose. I keep hitting the wrong controller. Watermelon and bacon. That's an interesting interesting breakfast. I won't like dock you points for having watermelon for breakfast. Are you kidding me? Piss off. I just saw an arrow fly by my face. I heard it fly by my face too. Onward. I can't see my stamina bar when I do that. Oh, does the Olympic torch glitch still work in Skyrim Special Edition? Because if I can get my hands on a torch, I can just sprint forever. Hello. Okay, don't even say anything. Good. Good. Good moose. I will put it out of its misery. Oh, sorry, it's an elk. You will not be missed. Is there a better way past these mountains? Is there like a... Hold on. Map. There's no roads on the map, which sucks. But I guess I can make my way through there or something. It's my favorite. Pancakes from IHOP. Oh, chicken and waffles from IHOP is like the best. Jesus. Imagine it was pretty thirsty and there was a cold Sprite and a cold Coke in front of you. I would go for neither, and I would go get a Dr. Pepper from the nearest market. What was the one? What's my favorite pancakes from IHOP? I don't. You can only make. There's only like one kind of pancake. It's what you put on it that makes a difference. And IHOP usually has like really good syrups. Like they have an option of like 4 different syrups on the table. And I usually go for like strawberry or whatever like the seasonal like berry is. Sometimes it's blueberry. Like right now it would probably be blueberry actually. Okay, back to reality. Back to virtual reality. Get me out of this menu. Okay. Can I make my way through this mountain pass? I hope I can. Otherwise, I'm just, like, stuck. Okay, I can. Okay, this is, like, actually a path. I didn't even notice. And I have to go through barrows. Of course I do. I just want to get to Solitude, man. That's all I ever wanted. My phone's going off in my pocket. Can't even look at it. Am I gonna have to, like, fight my way through here? Don't tell me. Nothing. Okay. I'll make my way to Solitude and, like, end the stream because, oh, there's a frickin' frost troll. Of course there is. Like, one of the strongest enemies in the whole game, who is weak to fire. So maybe I can take him down. But he's gonna kill me in, like, 2 hits. So, yep, okay. Just run, just run. I've never been here before. I don't recognize this area. I think this is a dragon burial right here. Is he still following me? Yeah, he is. Bitch. And he heals too. I hate that. He's gonna kill me in 1 hit if I, There's another one? Are you joking me? What is that? Okay, I thought that was like a trap door opening. I have like 3 frost trolls following me right now. This is the worst. I have no stamina because I'm level 2. Good, oh wait, I can do this. I'm dumb. Settings, VR. I can adjust movement speed higher, which is gonna make me sick, but it'll get me from point A to point B faster. I don't think there's a way down here, so I'll just go this way. Oh, there is a way down here. I'm just blind. You want to get burned? Eh. Okay, which way is Solitude? This way. I'm gonna just go straight. Also, this freaking snow looks really cool in 3D. I've before virtual reality was a thing, I had a 3D monitor. I still have it, and playing Skyrim in VR in 3D with the snow, with like 3D snow, was really freaking cool looking. I'm just gonna have to swim. I'm a lizard. I'm a reptilian, so I can survive in water. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's really cold. Oh boy. Joke's on you, I don't drink soda. If you're forced to choose between Sprite and Coke, if I choose a different soda, I'll die. Wow. I don't think I would ever. I mean, I would give my life for a Dr. Pepper, so probably the Dr. Pepper. But to answer your question realistically, probably a Coke. Where am I going? Solitude, right? How long have I been streaming? Can I even, like, tell that from here? I can't even tell. About almost 50 minutes, so I can't even see Solitude from here yet, so I might also, I could try to make my way up the mountain to High Hrothgar, but that's probably a bad idea right now. I'd have to buy a horse to do that. And I don't have money. How much money do I actually have? 29 gold, yeah. Good luck buying a horse with that. I can steal a horse. I might just do that. Oh. There are enemies nearby? Hello? I don't see any enemies. Look at that moon. I don't remember the moons in the names of the moons. Kitter litter. I use magic in Skyrim. Who doesn't? Magic is freaking overpowered and broken in Skyrim. Oh, my nose itches. I'm sorry if that picked up on the microphone. Is that Solitude? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm almost there. I have the Open Cities mod installed too, so I'm just gonna like open the gate and not have a cutscene. It'll just be running. It'll just be there. Time to two one-handed weapons and go to town. Yeah. Melee is kind of garbage in VR. Swimming, yes. I know how swimming works. Oh wait, what the hell? Wait, this is like actual swimming? Like I'm gonna have to... Oh shit, what is this? No, I'm just gonna use the D-pad to move. No, this is stupid. Okay. Look at these birds. I'm gonna swindle someone out of their money while I'm here. Can I get... Hello? Can I jump out? There we go. Alright, I have the DLC. Hello, Argonian other lizard. Shush. Uh... Spam swing in VR. Yeah, it still happens, which is why Melee is dumb. Like I'd rather like actually aim with a bow and arrow, but I don't actually have a bow and arrow yet. Hello guard. Hello person. I'm turning freaking move speed back down because it feels really fast. Move speed back down right here is where I believe it was. Yeah, that feels better. That feels like actual walking speed. Would you look at that? I don't like if you've never just like this. This is why you play Skyrim in VR. Like you can't experience it right now because you don't have a VR headset. I'm not broadcasting in 360 VR settings, but like if you can get your hands on a VR headset and a copy of Skyrim VR, like just stand here with the moon right there and just look at it like that. That looks really cool. God damn. You're not even talking about Argonians. You're talking about Khajiit. The Khajiit talk in third person. The Argonians do not. Oh, you're locked out. So, in theory, I click on this door and it just opens up and the city's right there. If I go through a cutscene, I'm going to be mad. Nope. City's right there. And this guy's going to die. Oh, I can, like, pickpocket people now. I'm gonna level up the crap out of my pickpocket. Hey dude, hey dude, hey dude. Okay. What is the steal percent chance? Let's see. Can I do... I'm gonna quick save. I'm gonna be that guy who quick saves before he pickpockets. Hmm. Oops. 28%. Yeah. 55%. I like those odds. Damn it. Shit. Load. Quick. Yeah. I don't save enough. Like, it's harder to save in VR, so you don't end up saving enough in Skyrim VR. So I'm just gonna do like a manual save. Also, what's it gonna be? Empire or Stormcloaks? Probably Empire, just because I never do Empire. Also, I am Toast the Second. I don't have money. I need to go get some quests. Let's get some quests before I end off the stream. Tell me, are there bandits for me to kill? Any rumors? Where can I learn more about magic? Any rumors? Okay, cool. Ah, the Bard's College. I want to be a bard. I've never been a bard in Skyrim. Hello? I'm kind of standing here. Toast the First is dead. Actually, I think he's still around. Where's the pop filter? There is none, because I'm using the Vive microphone. What? Ah, we're gonna learn more about magic. Okay, I'm gonna sell my cabbages. That's basically what I'm gonna do this stream. Okay. I can't even see. That's literally all I can do is sell the cabbages. Now I have 36 gold. Cool. Okay, how long has it been? Like an hour? Just, my legs can't take standing this long. Okay, let's do a save. New save. And quit to main menu. So that is Skyrim VR. That is day 1 of Skyrim VR. Or the first stream. I'm gonna put like shoes on next time so I'm not standing on like complete concrete. You can actually explore the main menu area, which is really cool. Or not quite explore, but what the heck? Okay, what's going on? I don't think you can... Oh yeah, you can go down. Cool. This is just like Nordhands. Wait. You can wait in this area? Are you kidding me? You can't save or... You can't quick save, but you can... I wonder... No, it doesn't autosave. Okay, weird. This is bizarre. Never really explored this area that much. Apparently, there's some weird like artifacting going on over here. You can't get out this area. It's like there's like some blue garbage. I want there to be Toast the Third. Well, this isn't a permadeath run, so there won't be a Toast the Third for a long time. So anyway, that's all I've got is Skyrim VR. Thanks everyone for stopping by, for watching, for bearing with me on a short stream. But I got nothing else for you. At the moment, at least. And I'm gonna end the stream. Bye!